Today, Precarious plays
Deus Ex, Mankind Divided.
Alright, let's go.
What? Why do you sound so sad about it?
It's just work stuff has made me absolutely sulky.
Sulkmaster General?
Yes, I'm the Sulkmaster General. I'm feeling put upon and tired and cranky, and also a smidge of guilt for feeling put upon and tired and cranky, which just makes me more put upon and tired and cranky. It's really just, you know, like a full infinity.
What's the opposite of a virtuous cycle? Like, it still needs to be a cycle, so don't invert that part. But what's the opposite of virtue? Vice?
I'm
Vicious? It's a vicious cycle, I guess.
Yeah.
Is that?
That's what it is. There's the vicious cycle is what people say.
Is that how you conjugate it? Is vice connected to being vicious? Is that?
Yeah.
Holy crap. I thought I was being cheeky, but
No, you were absolutely just being English.
wow.
We're doing an English good. Congratulations. Here's your
Well-
honorary diploma from Englishgoodton College
Englishgoodton?
on Devonshire. On Wordfordshire. Yeah, there we go. That's better. Englishgoodton College on Wordfordshire.
No, it's whenever you combined, if you were to combine the first name with the second name, what did you say the first time? Devonshire with Englishshire?
Uh-huh. I don't remember now.
Those those town names that have been fused together feels more appropriate to me.
Yeah, you know, I've always wondered that I've always wondered about those British town names that are like Bedford upon Stover or something, and it's like one place.
Yeah.
I wonder what the deal is with that.
I mean, it's got to just be like they were two towns and then they incorporated.
It could be, but part of me is thinking like maybe it was some family's house on
Ooh.
another family's land
Yeah.
or something. I wish I could think of any real British A on B situation, but I'm coming up blank.
Okay, hold on. Ian, can you do me a favor? Your phone isn't being used for the timer, right?
Right.
Can you do me a favor and Google Mankind Divided effects of unstable odds?
Okay.
Because I think you can play with like one level of instability and it's just like occasionally your HUD resets, which is not a huge penalty.
What happens if you overclock Adam? Does that seem...
Yes. Okay, thank you. Here, I'll just read it myself. Oh. What?
Well,
I guess there isn't much of an effect at all unless you get up to like 400%.
oh, please, give me that back.
This
Go
person
indulge yourself.
This person claims that if you get every AUG without turning anything off, you'll be overclocked to 450%. The side effect is your vision messes up. You hear beeping, and one of your other AUGs will die at random, which drops you back down to 400%.
Okay. So don't do that.
But it seems like I'm gonna get this now. I'm just gonna go up to 150% unstable and be fine. Whoa, hold on. Now that I think about it, when was the last time I saved?
Now.
Latest autosave. Okay, but it was right after that quest. this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to check to see if every level counts as a different og. Reduces the cost of upgrading. Further reduce. Actually, no, I don't need to, because this does not. I thought that it was going to increase the efficiency of breaking things down.
Yeah.
No, it's a discount to making new stuff. So now I can take these things, which I've been holding in my inventory for a long time, and I can turn them into bits. Turn them into bits. I can turn those into bits. Do I want to turn those into bits? I do want to turn these into bits.
The bits, the bits, the bits.
Oops, that's not what I wanted to do.
Oh, I told you, but I haven't told Internet.
Yeah.
Rebecca Sugar is a national treasure.
That has got to be a stage name. That's ridiculous.
I don't care.
Born.
Nobody's
with a name
born
like
that sweet
with a name
like that.
Yeah.
Like, Rebecca Sugar is a cutthroat real estate property manager. Not even a real estate agent, but like a slumlord or something.
That's Rebecca Sugar.
Rebecca Sugar. No. Rebecca Sugar of the Steven universe, of the Cartoon Networks, of the Adventure Time, of my heart. Played like a live concert on Instagram. Was it last night or the night before? I can't remember. Time ceases to flow when I think of my darling. Anyways.
Tell me how you really feel. But she's a slumlord to start.
She's the world's most sincere human being.
Do I want to take the... I mean, it's an unmodified pistol.
But I bring that up because of the bits, but also because of the Fry song, Marceline's Fry song. Is one of the weirdest things that makes absolute sense that I love. And she told a story about how that was the first song she pitched at Cartoon Network. And she was with her then partner, now spouse, Ian, trying to prep to pitch this thing, and she is so just terribly shy. You know, incredibly forcefully introverted. And at the time, it was like the first big thing that she had pitched, and she was trying to practice pitching for it. So she was up on the roof of the Cartoon Network building with Ian trying to get ready, and he kept having her play the song again, but a little bit louder, and a little bit louder, and a little bit louder. And by the time that they were done, she was almost audible. Like, so that when she went down to the conference room to pitch it, she could actually like carry the tune enough to be heard by anyone standing nearby at all. And I just hear that and I'm like, oh man, have I been there before? I have worked through that quite hard, Internet.
I never would have imagined that from you.
From me?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like having performance anxiety that diminishes your capacity to it impacts the fundamental like base performance.
Yeah.
You know?
I don't know how I ever... No, I do know. I do know how I ever got into performing. It was due to family pressure. They basically required you to do it pretty much all the time and for anyone's amusement. Because you know, your children are your pets and you show them off to people, right? That's what they're for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Especially if they're grandchildren.
Sure.
Yeah. So
Yes.
I was just constantly put into a position to earn approval from people by, you know, dealing with my fear and performing. And now it's like a useful skill, so I'm not that mad about it, but still, it was like, even now, whenever I get up to speak in front of people, not in this setting, like this setting, internet's here, but internet's pretty quiet and doesn't give me a lot of crap, at least not while I'm paying attention, while I'm in the moment. But whenever I go step in front of a crowd, even when I know I'm going to do well, even when I know I've practiced a ton, even when I know after I get off stage, everyone's going to like give me a high five and say that went great. Even when I know I'm not going to mess up, it's like, all right, time to take every scrap of clothes off and run around naked in front of a crowd of people. Let's peel the skin back too while we're at it. It just feels like the most vulnerable thing on earth
It's
to
a
do.
gross metaphor. I didn't like it.
Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It was intentional and emotional and bearing.
Ew.
Muscle tissue everywhere.
No, stop it.
Guts. Guts out.
Too much. Too far.
Exactly.
Here's the line. Here's you. You might notice. Over the line.
Yeah. So if I can get over that, if I can get over that feeling for long enough to be in front of an audience for any length of time.
Yeah.
Also, the way that I cope is that I practice very, very much.
So here's something interesting, right?
Yeah.
We have an ulterior motive for doing this show.
Yeah.
It's really not about like number of views.
Yeah.
I gotta say that if a bunch of people ever, I have no idea if anyone watches this show, because I specifically tell you guys, like, don't ever tell me.
Don't ever tell me.
For all I know, we could have a wildly successful show, and you guys have been keeping it from me because I cannot know. I don't want to know. Because I have a different kind of performance anxiety.
Yeah.
Where I just get really, it's an aggressive kind of perfectionism.
Yeah.
So I would want to like go back and redo improvised bits.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and that's not
that's not what that's for.
That's not the format of this show. And I just think about that sometimes. I'm actually glad that, as far as I'm aware, this is not a huge success. It's not a.
You wouldn't know.
Yeah, but I wouldn't know. So
there is one thing that really helped me.
Thanks anybody that's watching. Never. Oh no! Why?
What is happening? Okay, I'm gonna mark the time because we're about 30 seconds from the end of an episode.
Well, it looks like Mankind Divided crashed. It doesn't. That's weird.
Well, I guess I'll just go and sulk some more.
Yeah, and I'll just try to figure out what happened. I've got a card that tends to green screen whenever it encounters a problem. So I think if this were a problem with the graphics card, the computer would have just shut off and we would have lost everything. That's so funny.